this time of programming around 10-15 minutes. So if you want to grab your snacks or the appetizers that's being served,
Are you ready, everybody? All right. Thank you so much, first of all, everyone, for taking time out tonight and, being part of our celebration tonight. It's a Women's Day celebration, so, it's going to be, mainly handled by our women's wing. Tonight, we have a lot on the agenda. It's not a lot, but it's something which is, we try to squeeze in the time, whatever is left. But I would personally like to thank each and every person who is available tonight. You all are VVVVIP guests for us. Thank you so much. Please give yourself a round of applause. All right. Okay. So first of all, before we begin, we would like to start with the United States National Anthem. For that, I would request everybody to please stand up and so we can start the national. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody, please be seated. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Welcome again. Welcome, everybody. I'm not going to take too much time of yours. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and tell you what the format is going to be tonight. I'm going to be, as soon as this is done, we'll be having our welcome speech by the President of the Council, and we'll have our Vice President followed by, we will be announcing our women's wing. For the first time, we will have our women's wing to be introduced in front of everybody who is available tonight. So we are really excited. I'm sure you guys are excited too. And since it's a Women's Day thing, so you won't see a lot of men on the stage tonight, but we'll try to make sure that we squeeze it as much as we can. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Sorry. All right. But anyways, okay. So after that, once our president will introduce our women's wing review. After that, we'll have our guest speakers, our valuable speakers who are were really valuable tonight to give their point of view on how they feel about the celebration, how they feel about the subject, and what their point of view is when it comes to empowering women and all. Then after that, at the end, we will have recognition, in which we will be recognizing a few those faces which people like you've seen them, but they're not that much like available for you, or you guys don't really know that if they're doing a really they're playing a valuable part and they're vital contributors in this community and society. So we'll be honoring them with a certificate of recognition. After that, we will have a very big, a big celebrity singer tonight from Pakistan, who is a sensation of Coke Studio Pakistan. He will be performing tonight. So it's, he's also an ambassador to UN Women from Pakistan. So he's we would like to thank him as well for being available. So, okay, without taking any other time, I would like to call upon our president of the Council of Progressive Pakistani American, Mr. Nabil Maqsim.
Good evening, everybody. It's a great privilege, and we are honored that we've been sharing this platform and a wonderful evening with each one of you. This has to be, in fact, one of the most magnificent spots on the face of the city right now, or the planet, by having such beautiful people around us. I strongly believe, since this is Women's Day event, I'm not going to continue until the end, of course. You won't be seeing a lot of guys talking here. And we'll be handing it over to our women wing and the chair and the co-chair, of course. But I strongly believe that a man's being is directed by the charisma of a woman. You provide us the strength, the inspiration, the zeal, the motivation, and the way forward. And that is remarkable in its own way. Amongst you all, there are many that are fighting battles at this point in time that nobody knows about. Challenges that a modern woman faces are totally unmatchable to anybody else's challenges. Despite the constraints, you keep pushing yourself towards the limits. You are limitless, you're powerful, and you're fabulous at the end of the day. On a lighter note, we do expect from you all celebration of Men's Day, and hopefully we're invited there too. Without further ado, and not taking much of your time, on behalf of the Council of Progressive Pakistani Americans and the board that has put relentless efforts in bringing down this platform and event together, a big round of applause to Cppa-Tx. The council is of the people, our people, and it is not about red or blue, it is about pink tonight. Welcome, everybody. I have the Vice President of the Council come in and say a few words.
Welcome, everybody. I know, it's again the same face you saw a few minutes ago. Well, I guess right now everybody should be like used to it, looking at two faces, dressed up the same and stuff. But without any further ado, I would like to first thank you, every single person who showed up today and accepted our invitation. and on short notices and a month before we rolling out, but I appreciate every single person who showed up. So a round of applause for you guys, please. So I won't take that much of your time. I just want to appreciate that what we see today in the room. Look, everybody have achieved something. Everybody is bringing change in the community, like trying to connect and linking all the missing links we have. And when we see all of you guys are a real inspiration for us, and especially the women, because I know it's tough when you get out, but when you have supportive people like you see around the men, everything becomes easier, right? Come on, guys, it has to be a class, come on. Has to be a little bit about the men too, right? Oh, I'm just kidding. Anyways, without any further ado, I would like to introduce you to our Women's Wing Chair, a sister to us, a very passionate person, dedicated to bring something new, a change in the community. And as the council believed in her, I'm pretty sure you guys are going to find her an amazing and a tremendous woman. And without any further delay, I would like to welcome Aksa Sharif, our chair for council.
Thank you. Thank you so much for such a warm welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so honored to be a part of Cppa-Tx and proud to represent myself as a chairperson Women's Wing. A little background about me. I'm an immigrant and a proud Pakistani American. I'm bachelor's and master's in business administration in human resource management. While doing my bachelor's, I was selected by Pakistan International Airlines to represent the idea of MBA in Aviation Authority, where I work closely with the international pilots and professors who used to teach in the aviation school. I also won the Best Presentation Award at the very, very young age. After that, I was selected by Pakistan State Oil as an intern to work in Human Resource Training and Organizational Department, where I was working on my thesis and also got the chance to work with several international clients in the oil and gas field. After finishing my MBA, I started working in conventional banking and then as teacher. Moved to US, started my career in US as teacher in chartered schools of network. I was offered to become an insurance agent, studied, got licensed, and became the property and casualty insurance agent in Texas. On the other hand, with my loving husband, I opened my own security business, and today I'm proud to say that my security company is one of the fastest growing security patrol company in Houston. We cover your houses, your neighborhoods, your businesses, your parking lots, schools, and events, and much more. Life as an American immigrant woman can be challenging, but also very rewarding and full of opportunities. If you ask me, my life as an immigrant woman was not the bed of roses. There were so many highs, but there were so many lows. It required resilience, determination, and willingness to adopt new changes, circumstances, and cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, today I would like to talk about an important topic that is also very, very close to my heart, and that is women empowerment. Women empowerment is not just a catchphrase or a buzzword. It's a movement for equality, saving from sexual harassment, gender-based violence, providing resources, skills, and opportunities to the women so they can make their own decisions and take control of their own lives. Today, tide is turning. Women around the world are standing up, speaking out, demanding change. We have seen such inspiring examples of women who have broken through barriers, shattered the glass ceilings, and made their mark in traditionally male-dominated fields. And yet, we have still a long way to go. So let us all commit to support women empowerment. Let us all create a world where women are valued, respected, and given the tools they need to succeed. Let us all work together and break the barriers that hold the women down. And let's create a more just and equitable place for all the women. Thank you. And with that, I would like to proceed the event, and I would like to invite the women co-chairperson, Ms. Asra Anwar. She is entrepreneur and a beautician. Please put your hands together and welcome her. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a good time so far. My name is Azra Khan, and I'm the co-chair for Women's Wing Cppa-Tx. Let me give you a little background for myself so you understand where I'm coming from and why I'm part of this council. I have done nursing. I have a medical background, funny enough. And then something happened and I just did not feel like I was in the right place. So I moved on and I came to Texas in 2015. Coming here, I had 2 kids at that time, so I thought it would be a good idea that I'll go into the childcare, open my own school. I did that. While doing that, I just had an opportunity to start my own makeup studio. Yes, a lot of people don't know me. I'm not a very social person because I'm really occupied on the weekends with my work, with my business. But I am able to meet a lot of women through the business I have, and that's the reason I'm giving you a little background. My work makes me meet a lot of women from different backgrounds and countries. I hear so many stories, some good and some really traumatic. How they have misused by the family, especially coming as an immigration. They come, they get married, they move here, some immigration reasons they're here. And they don't have no knowledge about the rights and the laws of this country. I'm an immigrant myself, and I can feel the pain that they're going through. My mother herself was also misused at the workplace after she immigrated from Pakistan as well, in various city that we live in. So it's hit me very deep whenever I hear them looking for resources to stand on their 2 feet and pursue their careers. When I met the council for the very first time, I saw the same passion in them, how they want to make people in our community have a voice of their own, understand they matter, encourage them to exercise their civil duties, such as voting and volunteering, because our community is not that great when it comes to these things. Make them passionate about doing something for the community and for the city that they live in. Around that time, they were launching the Women Wing. Aksa was already part of that, and I was honored and deeply humbled that they asked me to join and be the co-chair for this wing. They truly shared the passion I had for the community somewhere deep inside me. Therefore, I'm standing here today in front of you. I would encourage you to join our organization and be part of the change that we are actually trying to make in this community for the female figures. I have 2 daughters myself and a son, and I'm working on making sure that they have a bright future ahead of them and they understand the rights they have in order to be successful in their life. To make sure all women understand their rights and no abuse to them at the workplace like it happened to my mother. At this age, she was in. No one dares to harass a woman in a community just because they come from another country and cannot speak the same language. I came across a post and I would like to share that work with you. It was really something that really I can relate to, but women don't need 20% off of pastel pink products. They don't want to be base pop candles. Grand public statements on how amazing and strong they are. They want to feel safe. They want to be heard, believed, respected, and supported. They want to be paid properly. They want to access healthcare and therapy. Some girls just want to go to school without being poisoned or being stopped from the education, which is a big part of our community. Some just want to live. On this International Women's Day, #SlayQueen and more allow women, all women, not just the woman who reminds you of your daughter, not just the woman who attracted you or who you think looks like you, but every single woman matters. Here I just want to finish my TED Talk and continue with our program. We have some amazing women and some men also, some men as well, around us who have done significant work in our community and are tirelessly working in our community to make a huge difference. We are here to honor them, you all, and shed the light that you guys deserve, and much more. With that being said, I would like to invite our very first guest. Our very first guest is going to be Medal of Excellence recipient, Cppa-Tx, Mr. Hashmat Effendi. Ms. Hashmat Effendi.
Round of applause.
I'm really sorry I will not be able to climb the stage because I survived cancer and because of the chemo. And because of the chemo, my bones are so weak that if I especially put pressure on my right leg, it breaks, and my left rib. So I don't want to take that chance. My name, no, standing is fine. My name is Hashmat Effendi, and I am originally from Pakistan, and I am living in United States for over 41 years. I have devoted my life to serve the children and women around the world through House of Charity. I am honored to be present here in front of all these distinguished ladies and gentlemen. And it is truly a celebration of women's achievement and struggle throughout the world. In other words, let me say this, we are here to celebrate that when women unite, change occurs. But believe me, throughout my career of 30 years traveling around the world and in remote areas, I have seen, witnessed, dealt, and felt that man rules. And let me tell you why I'm saying this. Because I will tell you one story. In late 1900s, like probably 99, we were invited by Susan Mubarak, the First Lady of Egypt, to visit Egypt with our team of medical doctors from medical center to work in their hospitals. So I was the team leader and we went there with my team of 7 people. So when we arrived at the airport, we were greeted by the staff and representatives of Ministry of Health. So they greeted us with respect, but then we noticed that they are waiting for someone. So we asked them and they said, we are waiting for Mr. Hashmat Effendi. And I told them, I said, you know what? I am Hashmat Effendi, I am a female, I am not a man. And they were so surprised. In fact, they were shocked. They said, we were not expecting you as a woman to lead the mission team with a group of men. Being a woman, it is unbelievable for us. Throughout my mission trip, which was for 11 days, I wore this name tag with Mr. crossed out. I purposely did not ask them to give me a new name tag because I wanted to show the world that woman doesn't need anything to break the barrier to carry the mission. And I was doing that. Throughout my mission, I have been asked numerous times these silly questions that don't felt silly at the time they were asked. Like, how did your husband allow you to travel with a group of men? Being a woman, does your dad know about this? I'm talking about when I was in my late 20s, okay? Now I'm a grandmother. And then, hey, tell me this, do you cook? Or you just do this demanding work where you're telling all the men what to do? Believe me, in Afghanistan, a man, a community leader, walked in our clinic and asked me to talk to the man in charge. And when I told him that you will be disappointed, I'm a woman in charge, he walked away. He refused to talk. In Pakistan, I have led the meetings, room full of men who don't agree with females and who don't want their females to mingle with this female. They think this female will sow the seed of leadership and gender equality. I will just take a few more minutes. So you must be wondering, how did I cope with all this? I exactly did what women do. Do not listen. Do what your heart is saying. Follow your mission with grace and kindness. This means a lot to me. And I also wanted to show the other women who were around in that remote city of Africa or Afghanistan or Pakistan that, listen, if I can do it, you can do it. What you have to do, you have to follow your dream by accepting that you are a woman. I am really proud to be a Pakistani American woman. I am very proud to follow my dreams with grace and dignity, and I am very proud to represent my gesture and my gender throughout the world. Women, equality zindabad. Thank you so much.
Well, now you understand the Mr. Joe that was underlined on her name. Thank you so much, ma'am. I will continue to invite our next guest, District Attorney, Fort Bend County, Mr. Brian Middleton.
All right. So I was reminded by the twins that this is Women's Day. I was given some very specific instructions to introduce the most important person in my life. This same person has reminded me, whatever powers I have as district attorney and at the front door, I am the father of 3 daughters, so I am vastly outnumbered at home. So I know the importance of Women's Day because I celebrate it every day. But I'd like to introduce my wife, Coretta Middleton. She wants to do the steps. She's not taking any chances.
And I'm quick on my feet too, as you can tell. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. To mothers, I kind of have something already prepared, but I am gonna shoot from the soul after I finish this. To mothers, aunts, sisters, and daughters, cousins, friends, we all fit in at least one of these categories. You carry a load with courage. How we pile so much on you. My heart says to lift you up with love and support as we arrive and thrive. I challenge women in this room to gather and share your resources and experiences with one another to be a model of when women join forces, we all thrive and survive. Yes, thrive and survive as we empower women, young ladies, and girls along the way. You know, women, we're resilient, loving, caring, supportive, and we have many, many different talents. But we're best when we're ourselves, authentically. I hope everyone participate in at least one Women's Day celebration this week. You know, because Women's Day is where we recognize and celebrate their fields, whether you stay at home mom like I was for 16 years, college graduates like I am, grandmothers, cooks, you know, we come in so many different areas of life. We deserve all the love and support that the world gives them on this day. The contribution that women serve in this place is enormous. Don't ever make a decision based on fear, make decisions based on hope and possibilities. And I guess I want to speak a little bit from the heart, a little bit off script. Okay, I'm a college graduate, and about 16 years ago, maybe about 20 years ago, because he's been elected for 4 years, I decided when I first moved here, I was like, I don't want people to keep my kids. And you know, I talked with my mom, who was a hardworking mother, my family, and they was like, you're not gonna work? You know, like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, no, I just don't want anyone to keep my daughters. You know, well, my first daughter, you know, I felt my grandmother kept me, and you know, we lived, and I'm from Louisiana, and we lived with my mom, and my grandmother kept us. My mom worked night shifts. She was a strong woman. And I guess what I really want to say to women, you know, it's okay, you know, definitely you want to talk about yourself, what you accomplished, what you've done, but just like you speak to a kid, you want to get down sometime off that pedestal and really just speak with people from the heart and soul. You know, people are not going to listen to you when you're saying things that they really don't understand. So I ask women to please just reach from the heart and soul when you talk to women, lift women up. There's no need to grab fast. If you grab fast, share with another woman. And when, as far as the workplace is concerned, when you know that women are telling you there's abuse, there's physical, verbal, any type of abuse, listen to them. Because women normally don't make those things up, okay? People are not gonna make it up. And sometimes we turn a blind eye because we feel like, well, I don't wanna get involved, you know, that's my friend. You gotta look past that. Just listen to your friend and you'll probably realize what has been said is the truth. So I'm asking us, there's no need to fight it out. We really need to get it together. No need to fight it out. Men are not our enemies. My husband is my best friend. And he's right. They're not. It's the person you really have to look into. You have to get to know the person. You really do. Look inside the person, and pretty much the story, they will tell the story themselves. So, men, you're great as well. I have brothers, and I have 3 beautiful daughters. So it's about people. And I say to men, protect our women. You know, if they're smarter, let it be. It's okay. It's okay. You know, give them their props. You know, hold them up, you know, to a higher level if they are. And if they're not, why don't we help to get them there? It's okay. At the end of the day, it's about the person. And today, though, we celebrate Women's Day. And when we thrive, women, we survive. Thank you.
Thank you so much for a wonderful speech. That was very thoughtful. All right, I'm gonna invite our next guest, Treasurer of Fort Bend County, Mr. Bill Rickard.
Thank you for having me here for this opportunity to honor the women in our lives. And to be honest with you, we often talk about empowering women, but I actually feel empowered by the women in my life. You know, from you know, my mom who sacrificed so much for myself and my sister to you know, we didn't have a whole lot growing up to allow us to be able to get the education we needed, and including my mom being deathly ill while she was carrying me. So it's a lot of there. And then my 2 daughters, you know, a man in an all-woman household, and I'm very proud of not only how successful they both are, but who they've become, and the gentleman that they have selected for their husbands. So it's really great to be in that position, and they make me feel proud every day. I have the unique opportunity of serving as county treasurer, where I have a staff of all women. So it keeps going, and you know, I'm empowered every day by them. They make me look good every day. So it's. But moving on to the most important woman in my life, and I have my mother-in-law to thank for her. So, but she, you know, Lisa and I met. I was 17. She was 15. That's legal in Louisiana. So, but you know, we have done so many things together, and we have, you know, had our 2 beautiful daughters, and she put her career on suspense so that, you know, she could take the time and be the biggest part in their lives of making them who they are today. Quite often I was away traveling for work around the world, and she held the burden while I was away, and turned out 2 wonderful ladies. And now, you know, after they're gone, she's jumped back into the working world and running a very successful business. So I give you my beautiful wife, Lisa Rickard.
That was pretty amazing. Thank you, sweetheart. Well, I look around this room today and I think a lot about women being honored. And I immediately think of my grandmother, who was born in 1907. And she came to this country as an immigrant when she was a young woman. And she was so smart and such a wonderful role model in my life. But she lived a life of what was expected of her, to be a homemaker. She was educated. She was bilingual when she came here. She spoke English. Not many Germans did. And yet she, followed the role that she was supposed to. And I look, maybe I have a little bit of a different perspective. I look at how far women have come since the turn of the last century. Now, we're not there. You're never there. You're always changing and evolving, and we can always improve. Women, how women are treated, but the opportunities that were offered are amazing. And I was very blessed to have two parents, especially a father, who was born in the 1920s, but encouraged me to do whatever I wanted to do. And I became a computer programmer in the 80s, worked with nothing but men. A lot of people didn't even have any idea what we did. And so it was a great opportunity. But one of the biggest blessings in my life was meeting a young man named Billy. And he was, we became best friends, and we supported each other, and that was what was key. There are women in this country, particularly in other countries all over the world, who are not as blessed as we are. And that's why a lot of people came to this country, because of the freedoms that were offered here. Is it perfect? No, we still have a long way to go. And we have two beautiful daughters who are taking advantage of that continued opportunities. And what a blessing that is. But I hope that we all work towards making sure that every woman in the world has freedoms to education, has freedoms to, whatever faith she wants to have, whatever beliefs she wants to have. Let's just hope that, we all work towards that, and organizations such as Cppa of Texas are ensuring that that's going to happen. Thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful story. Love it. All right, we're going to move forward with our next guest, Sugar Land City Council member, Nosha Kermali.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Nabil, Shoaib, Zoeb, congratulations on a beautiful event, and are very, very nicely done. And I've been looking at you from far away, and you all have done a fabulous job of bringing both Republicans and Democrats. It's not about red or blue. You said it earlier, it's about people and it's about humanity. So I was given a different prompt than what I heard Bill and Brian say. First, I was told I had 2 minutes, and I'm going to stick to it. And I was told I was supposed to speak about reimagining of modern woman's mindset for a new world, accomplishments and challenges of women in society. And I'm like, that's a lot of words. And what do I say? In 2 minutes on top of that. But here's what came to my mind, and he gave me this 24 hours ago. My mother. Bless her heart, bless her soul. She's been gone for 10 years. But my mother came to me because I was born in 1971 in Kampala, Uganda. Didn't have much. We were put on a plane and were sent to New York to come find a life here. My family left East Africa, multi-millionaires with nothing but the clothes on their shirt, on their back. I am a project of the youngest child in a family out of 6 siblings that had the opportunity to come here and get educated because all my siblings were much older than me. My mother put a finger in my face and said, you will get an education. And I got that education because of her pressure. I could have gone off and gotten into business like my brothers did and gotten a mechanic or gotten a gas station or something else. She put her finger in my face, said, you will get an education because this is why we're in America. And because of my mother's pressure, I am who I am today. My mother did not have anything to give to anyone, but she gave what she could. My family is a product of food stamps. I am a product of Houston Community College Associate's degree of nursing, and then I went on to get my bachelor's degree, but I got federal grants. I did not have to pay for my education like I am paying for my kids' education today at SMU, Penn State University, and Austin College. It is what my mother did, and she did it without technology. She knew everyone's phone numbers in her head. And if she didn't know it, she had a little bitty black book, and she had everyone's phone numbers in it. So today, I wish all the women in this room happy International Women's Month. You all are deserving of this. Whoever said it earlier, we men are not deserving of any recognition. It is you ladies that help us stand up. And I'm not going to speak about my wife because you're going to hear her a little bit later on this evening. So I'm going to let her talk. But I wouldn't also be the man who I am to represent the city that you're sitting in right now, city of Sugar Land, 111,000 population. I wouldn't be the man who I am if it wasn't for my beautiful wife, Nermin, who's standing there as well. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much. We're going to move on to our next guest, Houston City Council Member at Large number 4, Dr. Cppa-Tx.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How's everyone today? It's such a pleasure to be here today, and I'm so glad that we're talking about women because they're so crucial in the whole life source of the world. But I am your city council member at large, position number 4, and I'm going to brag a little bit. I am the first Muslim woman to ever sit on city council in the state of Texas. I know that's something that sounds really exciting when you hear it, but actually in a lot of ways it's a bit sad, because we should have a lot more women representing different cultures and backgrounds, but we just don't. But that's all going to change, and you're hearing all the inspiring words everyone's saying today to make that happen. Most of my focuses in my life have been probably support of my family as well, my grandmother and my mom. I'm daughter of an immigrant, and so watching my mom, the struggles that she had when she came to this country. But what I found oftentimes, in 3 aspects of my life have been challenging. Head of household. Oftentimes you don't see women as head of household. So the question always is, how do you do it? How do you go to work and take care of your children and make sure they have what they do? They never ask them that though. When I'm a dentist, if I go to a conference, the question is, so are you an assistant, a dental assistant? Are you a hygienist? Who do you work for? I'm like, no, I'm really the dentist. I own my own practice. And as a politician, I get the questions answered all the time. How are you running for a city of 3.4 million people? And who's taking care of your kids? We don't ask men those questions. And so even though we talk about women's empowerment and we talk about how important it is, or important our place is in this world, we as women really have to understand that it's an understanding that's been on us forever, for generations upon generations. And we have to believe, number one, that we can lead. We have to prove that we can lead on a daily basis, and we have to allow other people to see us lead. And those are probably the largest challenges that we experience. So this is my advice. Don't assimilate, don't adjust or dim your lights to anyone around you to make them be brighter. And be a woman, it is definitely your superpower. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, I would like to invite our next guest, State Representative at Texas House of Representatives, Republicans, Ron Bell. Okay, I'm gonna announce you one more time, so we get it correct. State Representative at Texas House of Reps, Ron Reynolds, the Democrat. I got the wrong one.
Wow, Cynthia, I did not switch parties, I promise you. Y'all, I didn't know I was on the program, and I'm never short for words, but I'm gonna be short for words because this is a women's program, and I am here in support of our phenomenal, fabulous women. I must say that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mother, who made tremendous sacrifices for me, largely as a single mother, when my dad really was just really a deadbeat, really. He really was not there. But my mother made tremendous sacrifices, and I'll never ever forget that. And that's why I always go above and beyond to make sure that I'm there to help women, because women have been indelible in my life. So thank you, Cppa, for having this wonderful event, inviting a great diverse group of people here. Our country, our state would be so much better if our government acted like this room, working across the aisle, working together. This is what it's all about. This diversity in this room. I just smiled when I walked in on the back of the room and saw all the different faces. Black, white, Asian, Democrat, Republican. This is America. This is Fort Bend County. So give yourselves a round of applause. And I salute all of the women in this room. And I must say, we still have, it's a shame in 2023, we still have some glass ceilings that we need to break. Let's break those damn glass ceilings. Women are amazing, and women should not be held back. They're competent, capable, and qualified. And I look forward to seeing women continue to flourish. And men, we must continue to support these women. Thank you.
Okay, my bad, Democrats.
Democrat.
Democrat. D, the Democrat. All right, I would like to invite our next guest, First Assistant District Attorney at Fort Bend County, Ibrahim Khawaja.
Thank you. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm not a woman. But there's some things I really want to say, and I will be very brief, I promise, Cynthia. My story is different. Those of you who know me know my story is different. I'm a Palestinian American, right? I want you to think 1 second about the history of Palestine and Palestinians. The person I look up to is my teta Fotun. What does teta means? That means grandmother, my grandmother. Her name's Fotun Khawaja. She grew up in a beautiful home in Western Jerusalem. She always talks about this beautiful tree. The fruit is called escadenia. Escadenia in Arabic means the tastiest in the world. And she used to sit under that tree to get shade, and they were an affluent family. In the winters, they would go to Jericho, where it's very, very hot. And then during the school year, they were back to Jerusalem. But something happened in the world called the 6-Day War. We read the version of history that people impose on us about what happened in the 6-Day War, but let me tell you this. My grandmother was a kid and kicked out of her house. She was told that house was promised to people 7,000 years ago in the Bible, and she had to leave. Doesn't it hurt your heart to hear that? It doesn't matter where you stand on the Palestinian issue. We're humans, and she's a woman. So she left. Her brothers and father and mother couldn't take it, so they moved to Ohio. They left the Holy Land and moved to Ohio. My grandma did not leave because she fell in love with the love of her life. My grandfather, his name was Ibrahim Khawaja, like me. And they could no longer live in Jerusalem, so they're forced in a prison called the West Bank. surrounded by military soldiers and troops. And again, this isn't a political speech. I want you to know the truth. I want you to hear my heart. This woman, my grandmother, is my soul. I could deal with any challenge in my life when I hear what she dealt with. Her husband, my grandfather, lost his job. There wasn't a Tel Aviv. There used to be a village called Dalid, where Tel Aviv stands today, and it was 100% occupied by Palestinians. It's where our Palestinian airport was. My grandfather lost his job when we lost the Palestinian airport. He was an accountant, and he was forced to live in humiliation without a job because of a promise in a Bible 7,000 years ago, or however long ago. And let me tell you this, my family, we're Christian. I'm a Christian Palestinian. My grandma is 94 today and waits an hour and a half through checkpoints to go to church every Sunday. That's my grandmother's reality at 94. I tell her, Grandma, there's a church down the street. And she says, I'm going to go to the church that I sat with my grandparents in and where they sat with their grandparents in. And so she is perseverant and resilient. And she's my role model. And I wanted you to hear that story because I want you to know that the way we're trained at this stage of our professional careers is to view people as humans. Humans. Not to label them as anything other than humans. We're a human race. And dignity belongs to all of us. And because she held her head up strong and never played the victim and always wanted us to remain strong Christians and respect everyone and love everyone and never have an ounce of hate in you, we are all the way we are now. My family, we literally live to give back. And that's because of Data Photon. So I wanted to share that. Now, everyone knows I can't speak for 2 minutes. It takes me 2 minutes to spell my name. But whenever I got the same assignment Rashad Karnali got, I read it and I said, wow, how do I answer that in 2 minutes? So I found some quotes by some women that I really respect. Michelle Bachelet, the Undersecretary General and Executive Director of UN Women, said, when women are empowered and can claim their rights and access to land, leadership, opportunities, and choices, economies grow. Food security is enhanced and prospects are improved for current and future generations. Isn't that the truth? Think about that. So, reimagine. Well, we don't have to imagine it. You guys heard from my boss, the district attorney. I'm the first assistant district attorney, for those of you who don't know, and I serve under Brian Middleton at the DA's office. But we don't have to reimagine it there. This is what I did. I broke down the numbers and looked at my staff. 13 women chiefs in our office. 13. Now, y'all might say, okay, he says that. He's cherry picking 13. How many men? 7. Almost double. Latina woman chief. Muslim woman chief. Hindu woman chief. African American woman chief. And white woman chief. In our office. That's the fact. See, we as litigators at the district attorney's office don't get to talk in hypotheticals. A lot of people do. They feed gossip and misinformation to try to climb the social ladder or whatever ladder they're trying to climb. We have to talk in fact. Otherwise, the judges here in the front row will shut us down, right? Right. So, we didn't stop there. The head of all our administrative staff in our office is an African American woman, April. The head of our victim witness coordinating division, Lachey, African American woman. We didn't stop there. Brian Middleton hired 6 female investigators. Again, African Americans, Latinos, white women. It doesn't matter. We are extremely diverse and we have empowered women. Let me rephrase that. Women have empowered themselves. I'm going to end with a quote from a name that everyone knows, Coretta Scott King. And I want you to think about every word of this quote, because I think it's profound. Women, if the soul of the nation is to be saved, I believe you must become its soul.
Thank you so much. And I mean, if we feel the passion that we have about these people who are coming up on the stage, but we'll try to stick to 2 minutes. We have a lot to get through right now. We have so much to do and we have to eat dinner too. So let's just we'll try to stay on 2-minute timeline. We're getting hungry. Anyways. I mean, it's a working day, understand. It's 2 minutes, it's the best way to get this done. Anyways, let's invite our next guest, Sugar Land City Council member, Carol McCutcheon.
Good evening. I'm Sugar Land City Council member Carol McCutcheon, and I'm truly honored to represent the people of Sugar Land on the City Council. And I didn't time this, but I'm going to try to keep it at 2 minutes. And if I don't, the shot Molly is going to tell me about it, I'm sure. Thank you so much for inviting me to celebrate International Women's Day with you. This is an incredible event. Tonight, I'm going to do something different. And I'm going to touch on one of the accomplishments of women from a historical perspective. I'm going to talk about women's worldwide struggle for the right to vote in elections. This was called the women's suffrage movement, and it began actually in the 1700s. Eventually, organizations formed all over the world to coordinate efforts toward women voting, especially the International Women's Suffrage Alliance, which was founded in 1904 in Berlin, Germany. One of my favorite women in this struggle was Susan B. Anthony. And back in 1851, she met Elizabeth Stanton, and together they worked for over 50 years fighting for women's rights. They traveled the country and gave speeches demanding that women be given the right to vote. At times, she risked being arrested for daring to share her views in public. They formed the National Women's Suffrage Association to push for a constitutional amendment giving women the right to vote. In 1872, she was arrested for the horrific crime of voting. She was tried, found guilty, and fined $100, which in 1872 was a lot of money. She led the suffrage group until 1900, when she was 80 years old. But even then, she didn't quit fighting for women's rights. She died in 1906, 14 years before women were given the right to vote with the passage of the 19th Amendment, which happened in 1920. But thanks to her and many others, women have the right to vote in this country and run for public office. Even though 2020 marked 100 years of the passage of the 19th Amendment, women are still underrepresented at every level of elected office. It's time we change that. With respect to the Texas legislature, in over 175 years, only 179 women have ever been elected. 161 to the House of Representatives and 23 to the Senate. That's only 3%. The messages I want to leave with you tonight are: never quit fighting for your dream. Strong women equal a better world, and change begins with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you once more for that wonderful words. I'm going to call our next guest, lobbyist and entrepreneur, Abina Bailey.
Hello, everybody. I'm hoarse right now. I'm sorry I got someone to speak for me on my behalf, but I'm glad to see all beautiful faces in here, and I'm gonna have Ms. Keisha Smith to read for me. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, so we have double girl power working up here today. I believe there are different mindsets, all of which are established by a set of attitudes or self-perceptions, which are based on their social and cultural values, specifically regarding women. Our outlook and reimagining how our mindset for a modern new world impacts us directly, and what we must do to ensure how our interests and are best represented must be one of resolute equality in the workplace, equal pay, and equal rights are key points we should continue to fight for. Women still encounter obstacles and challenges daily. However, we also take great strides and have made significant accomplishments along the way. As we pursue our goals and dreams, our mindset should be that we continue to empower ourselves and be supportive of one another.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think so this is a prime example that women are not giving up any time, no matter what. Virus who, no voice who. Like, you know, we got this. We have a backup plan. All right, we're gonna move on to our next guest, a nephrologist, Dr. Aisha Qatar.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Aisha Qatar. I'm a physician by profession and a nephrologist and a kidney doctor, for those who don't know. We're not going to talk about the kidney right now, but you know, when I was asked to speak over here, the word modern came up a lot and I really had to look it up. So according to the English dictionary, modern means relating to the present or recent times as opposed to the remote past. However, I did not think that defined a modern woman, because we cannot take away from the women who are trailblazers and because of whom I stand here today. The way I talk, the way I sit, the way I'm confident, the way I can look in anybody's eyes is owing to those women. I can go as back as women like Khadija bin Khuwaylid. You know, an entrepreneur in her own right. She was the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. She was older than him, she was wealthier, she's the one who proposed to him. And then there were women like Mara, who took part in the Battle of Uhud. There were women like Zainab Ali, who were basically the support and who kept the family together during the massacre of Karbala. I can move forward. There was Lubna for Cordoba, who was a mathematician. The first university in the world, Al-Qawarif, in Morocco, was founded by Fatima Al-Fahidi. Ada Lovelace, an English mathematician who was the first computer programmer. Marie Curie, who contributed to the treatment of cancer and was the first Nobel Prize winner as a woman. Maya Angelou, Florence Nightingale, Sophia Blackmore, and of course, a woman who knew when to say no, Rosa Parks. There's much to be learned from revisiting the past. Most importantly, the things that we can learn from and maybe keep on doing, and most importantly, from the things that maybe we can leave behind. Those are the innate biases and the things that have been tuned into us and wired into us as we were growing. I think if you want to see the change 30, 40 years from now in a society which is more safe for women, you have to raise better children. And that does not only mean respectful, kind, confident girls, that also means respectful, kind, confident boys, so the world can be a better place. You have to start now. Some of the takeaway points from today as I finish is, and this is from my own personal learning, anything I say is not a representation of Cppa-Tx, so don't blame me for this, but what I learned in my journey and coming all the way here is I learned to own my accomplishments. I don't need to justify them, I don't have to explain myself, and I don't need to diminish them. It's okay to not be perfect in anything. Give yourself a break, you're only human. I think we were such a wound spring that when it was released, we thought we had to do everything. That doesn't hold true. Give yourself a break. Shut out the negative noise around you, and most importantly, the noise that comes from within you that is talking you down, discouraging you. Shut out that noise. If that's one thing you're going to do for yourself, do that. In the end, I'm going to end with a quote from Nawal al-Saadi. She was a physician and a writer. And she says, a modern woman, she is free to do what she wants, and she's free to do what she does not want to. Thank you.
Excellent words. I appreciate them. Thank you so much. I'm going to invite our next guest, Chair, Republican Party, Fort Bend County, Dr. Bobby Burr.
All right. Thank you very much. And I did not get notes, so I have no idea what my topic is. But let's give it up for Cppa, because these guys were absolutely amazing. You put on a great show, and you did reveal my master plan, though. We weren't supposed to let everybody know that Ron Reynolds is now a Republican. So, I mean, the press release is ready to go, and it should be in your inboxes at 12:01. So, sorry about that. No, I'll be brief. I just wanted to say, you know, this whole week we've had International Women's Day. We celebrate here, and so why is it special? Well, for me, I can say why it's special because I'm a father and I'm a son. And I have a 26-year-old daughter, and to see her going through college and pursuing her career and being strong and tough and you know, running a business now, she'll call and ask for advice, but you can just see that she is ready to take on the world. And what a great age. And to know that we live in a country where you can do that, regardless, men or women, you can chase that dream, you can pursue your goals, your vision, and we have that support system in place. Now, as a son, my dad passed away when I was 15 years old, and that left my two younger sisters and my mom. So I grew up in a house full of women, and how she made it through. I'll never forget one night, she's just sitting there, and she's sitting and she's crying, and I ask her what's wrong, and she says, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I don't know how we're gonna do this. And yet we did it. And we did it because of her. We did it because of her. She's the strongest woman I've ever met. And you have this thing called a trooper mentality, is the only thing I can say, is that you get up and you might not have a plan. You might not know how you're going to pay that bill or put that meal on the table.
and yet you do it. You just do what needs to be done. And that's what she instilled in me. And for all of you out there who have those examples, those strong women in your life, honor them, cherish them, and tell them how much you love them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to invite the last guest on my list, last but not the least, Chair Democratic Party for Wayne County, Cynthia Jr.
You know, I specifically came up that side because I knew I would need help. And that's one of my points. I'm strong, I'm sharp, and I am a woman, and I need help. And there is nothing wrong with that. Go Dutch? Oh, no. That's a man's job. When I first came to politics, I was the only woman in our group of elected officials. So I used to call us 6 guys and a girl. I had already been in leadership, so I knew my strength. And what I said to them was, and they didn't ask, but I said to them, I'm going to bring my A game, but I'm going to make everybody around me look good. That's what strong women do. And we did that. We did that. Ladies, young women, girls, I encourage you to sit at the front of the room, unabashedly. Stand up, come to the front of the line. Do you know I go places and I see how women settle to the back of the room? 2023? Oh yes. And you have to speak up, even if it's unpopular. You must be seen and heard. Okay? I want to encourage you to encourage yourself in whatever your endeavor may be. You have to encourage yourself, and you have had wonderful models and examples up here. And Ms. Hamsha, oh boy, gosh, I tell you, give her a hand. That was enough for me. But be strong, and guess what? We get a little discouraged sometimes and we fall down, but what do you do when you fall down? Get up. You put your shoulders back and you walk like you have $1 million, even though you may not have a dime.
I'm back. Thank you so much, everyone, all of our guest speakers. It was awesome to have you on the stage. Give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've taken a lot of time. I really apologize on behalf of my council that we've taken a lot of time, but we've tried to rush this. Now, on this segment, we have the people who we will be recognizing. They have done an immense work in the community, and they are excellent contributors in the success at large of the society. So, without any further, I would first like to call upon our chair and the co-chair on the stage so we can start the recognition. I'll start crying and I'll stop. Okay. All right, so I would like to start, I would like to thank them that they've given me the honor to, announce our valuable people. So without any further, I would like to call upon our dearest, our beloved, the Justice of the Peace, Precinct 3, Fort Bend County, Honorable Judge Sonia Rash. All right, give her a round of applause, please.
He says I only get 1 minute. First of all, I want to thank the Cppa. This is a great honor for me. I want to tell you what they call me normally is
Dee.
That's right. And Dee means sister. But today, all of you are our sisters. I want to tell every woman out there that was told that they can't, that they can. Every little girl that was told she wasn't smart enough or not strong enough to participate in a male-dominated area, yes, you can. I teach my daughters that there is nothing you can do, no matter how old you are, no matter what obstacles you have. But ladies, we have come a long way, but we still need to go farther. We haven't come enough. I'm still asked at my age, after working 10 hours a day sometimes, when you go home, what are you going to cook for your family? You know what I say? Cereal. And that's only if they want to eat. So when someone asks you, what are you going to cook for your family when you get home? I want you to say cereal. Happy Women's Day.
Thank you so much. All right. Now, I would like to call our next, the recipient for the recognition. It's a tough, so I would like to really apologize in advance. But she's an eye specialist, glaucoma specialist. She's Dr. Aisha Butt. Please give her a round of applause. It's difficult, I'm sorry. All right. Round of applause for her. Thank you so much.
I think even 1 minute is too much for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate for this opportunity. When Alva Brothers told me, I was like, okay, I'm not eligible for this. I think the two most important people in my life who should get this reward are my father and my husband. Because of course, those two people are in our lives are very important to bring us up at this stage. I lost my mom early on. I was 13-year-old. So whatever I am right now, it's because of my dad, my father. So. As an immigrant, we came to Canada, studied really hard, started working at a Tim Hortons. Now I'm owner of 2 practices, and just like I said, I have a manual that says instead of an optometrist, it says he. I had to rewrite the whole manual and put she in there. I sit in a room full of at least 10 to 20 male practice owners who are about 70 years old. And I tell them how we should run our practices, how we should bring in new people, how we should have a private room for female doctors who may have kids that they need to, have a room for nursing. We need to have maternity leave. We need to have equal pay. We need to have flexible hours for mothers who need to go home or pick up their kids from school. Why can't we have longer lunch breaks or more lunch breaks for nursing mothers. Things like that are important to me as a business owner, as a doctor, and as a proud Pakistani American. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Doctor. All right, awesome. Okay, so we'd like to move to our next recipient. She was featured on Food Network for one of our amazing creations of cake. She is a self-taught, not a professional, someone who's got professionally certified as a baker. Presenting to you, Himu Basu, the owner of Sweet Sensation. A round of applause.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. When Asra asked me, you need to give a speech, and I was like, I opened ChatGPT instantly. And I was like, these words are too heavy for me. My story is inspiring enough, so let me tell you my story, how I started. I'm a self-taught, multi-award-winning cake artist. I've never taken any professional training in culinary arts. I started my cake journey in 2013 when my son asked me, Mom, can you make me a fighter cake? And I was like, how to do that? I don't know. And I ran to library. I got the book, Birthday Cakes by Anne Ray, and I followed the instructions. Everyone at the party was like, hey, where did you order the cake from? And I was like, does it look that good? If it tastes good, I'm going to reveal the new talented baker in the town. And if it doesn't, I'm going to blame it to the corner bakery, honestly. It tasted good, and instantly I started getting a lot of orders from all the friends and family. I moved to Texas with my family in 2015, and I started competing in 2016. And until now, I have 16 cake awards under my belt. I have done 4 TV shows, 3 for Food Network and 1 for Is It Cake for Netflix. And I'm working on a program called Wings of Freedom under the KCM's wing, where I'm developing a baking course for the battered women. And this program is going to start in this summer. And I will be needing your support. We as a women must support one another, challenge stereotypes, and celebrate our accomplishments. Let us work together to create a world where women can thrive and achieve anything set their minds to, like I did. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That was Himu Basu theory. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next one. This is the CEO of Cloud9 Travels, Naveen Karamali. Please welcome her on stage. Come on, guys. I know everybody's tired, but come on.
So I'm really surprised about this. When my husband Nishant Kamali told me about this, I'm like, why are they honoring me? You were the one that's always, as you know, he is a city council member for Sugar Land, so everything is always about him. So this was a major surprise. And so all I can say is thank you very much. I'm humbled, I'm honored. I would have never expected this, but it's my honor to be his support. And it's just, I value what he does for the community, his passion that he puts for us, the family first, is always with him. And, you know, when I think about women, we've come a long way. And I think about 20 years ago when, you know, raising kids and all that, how far we've come, you know, trying to balance between the kids and a husband and work and trying to, you know, keep the house and all that. We have definitely come a long way. And I will just tell all the women, continue to do what you're doing, continue to empower yourself, but never forget the values of your family and where you've come from. And just women power, and just, you know, always remember who you are.
All right, and we're going to quickly move to our next one. That is the CEO of Corporean, Afshin Bamani. She's one of our first female members. It's an honor and a privilege to be right on.
It's enough from me. It's enough. Firstly, I want to really thank all of you guys at Cppa-Tx. It was a very big honor to be part of you guys starting. You guys gave me the biggest respect and still do. I'm surprised that you actually, I'm even getting this. This is amazing. Touch wood. For the ladies out there for our International Women's Day, be who you are, not who the world wants you to be. You will find your superpowers right there. This is what I do.
Thank you so much, Afshin. That was really quick. I would like everybody to take it on like speaker as an idea. Thank you so much. Okay, we quickly like to move to our next one. She is an emerging cake artist, another emerging cake artist. She's also a CEO of Cake Crafts. Her name is Farah Maksi. I would like to call upon the mom of our council to please come on the stage and receive the recognition on her behalf. The mom of the council.
Happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women out there. I'm honored to receive this certificate on behalf of my daughter, Farah Maksi. And also thanks to your license, and thanks to everyone here.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. She's the mom of our council, the first woman of our council who we named as our mother of the council. So whenever we need prayers, we're stuck with something complicated, we always refer to our mom. So please give her All right, now moving forward. Now I'm going to move forward to our next one. She is the county clerk for Fort Bend County, Ms. Laura Richard. Please give her a round of applause. Awesome.
Thank you to Cppa-Tx. This is indeed an honor. I appreciate it. I believe every woman's journey is unique, and yet we share common circumstances. In my journey, I was accomplished in my career. I got married, I had children. Our lives were planned and we had goals for the future. And then the unthinkable happened. My husband died. I was left with 3 small children to raise. I had to reimagine what my future looked like. And that was very unique to my story. And then a circle of women came together and lifted me up out of the valley. And they supported my dreams. And that's what women do for each other. If I convey one thing, it is this: we may not all agree on everything, but we can't let those issues divide us and stop us from supporting each other. I may not agree with my friends 100% of the time, and yet they make me look at issues in a different way, and that's all for good. This is what I hope to pass on to the next generation of women as they imagine what their futures look like. And I have 2 daughters that I'm instructing in this. Put plans in place, but be flexible. Be aware of the opportunities that God puts in front of you, and build a circle of women with diverse thoughts, and they will bless you beyond measure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was Laura Richard for you guys. Up next, she is the only female captain serving in the Constable's Office, Precinct 3, Captain Veronica Martin.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure and an honor being here with everyone, sharing this incredible day of celebration with all these incredible women in this room, and also incredible people in support. I would like to extend my congrats to everybody as well, not just for me, but for everyone. I would also like to express my appreciation for our wonderful organization, the Cppa, in which I am wearing green to honor.
Thank you so much.
Where do I start? I am in law enforcement, and I have been doing law enforcement for 23 years. And where did I start? I have to go to the very beginning, to my roots. I was raised by a mother and 2 sisters. I'm 21, my sister's 22, and my other sister's 23. So I was their protector, and in the middle of the night when we were children, even though I was the youngest one, I would get up in the middle of the night when they had to go to the restroom or they had to get a drink of water. That was me. I was their protector, even though I was the baby of the family. Fast forward to where I am today and how I got to where I am. Life happened. I was victim of domestic violence, and my experience when I called the police, it was nothing but males. A couple of times, actually a few times, they did not hear my story. They were not interested in me. No compassion, no empathy, absolutely nothing. So I decided that I was going to enter into the field of law enforcement so that I can change that. I wanted to be a support for females and even males that I didn't get. That's what my motivation for doing the law enforcement that I do now. Where I am now as 23 years into law enforcement, my career moving forward. I still take that with me. I treat people with empathy, with compassion. Anybody that I meet, whether it's work or not, that's the way I would like to be treated. And I think that police officers and law enforcement need to evolve also. And I believe that females have a lot of attributes that bring to law enforcement, and I think sometimes that's overlooked. So I will pave the way that I have been in my belief. I've been cracking the ceiling, at least I believe that I am, for my coworkers that are next to me that are females, and also for the ones that come behind me. I will take the bruises right now, I'll take the hits, and I'll take the bumps, just to make it better for all of us.
Thank you so much, Captain. Another round of applause for her. She's the only female in the hospital office. It's a tough thing. She's doing an amazing job. Okay, I would like to now call upon the County Attorney for Benton County, Bridget Smith Lawson. Please come on stage. Bridget Lawson, guys, and round of applause for her.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this honor. I really wasn't expecting this, and Lord knows we don't go into this work for these moments. We go into this work to make a difference for our communities and make a difference for people. Whenever people announce my name and my title, I always have that quick glimpse of everything I went through to get to this space. All of the hard times, all the challenges, and for every woman in this room, I know that we often sometimes reflect on the challenges that we had to get to the different spaces in our lives, whether it was trying to navigate being a mother, trying to get to a job, raising children, managing home, all of that. But I'm grateful for all of those experiences, even the times when I felt alone, because even right now, sometimes in this space, as the county attorney, and I'll tell you, as the first Black woman to be in this role in Texas history, I don't often have a counterpart. I don't have anyone to call, and I don't have anyone to kind of kick around something with. So sometimes it feels lonely, but it hit me the other day. I was at an event, and this was shared, and I'm gonna share it with every woman in this room. Break the glass ceiling and then dance on the pieces. That means when we get through, assert yourself in that space. When you get there and you're dancing on those pieces, grab you a sister to dance with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bridget. That was awesome. That's our county attorney, guys. Okay, now I'd like to move forward. And we have, okay, now I'm going to quickly move to our next one. She is a judge with First Court of Appeals, Harris County, our Honorable Judge, April Fabrice. Please come on stage. Give a round of applause, guys. April Fabrice.
Good evening. Thank you so much for this incredible award. I'm Judge Farias. I'm on the First Court of Appeals. We cover a 10-county region and about 5 million people, including Harris County and the beautiful county of Fort Bend. And tonight, I am excited to be in this room that is just absolutely full of success. We've heard from entrepreneurs, county leaders, city leaders, lawyers, doctors. I am proud to be a woman tonight. Thank you all very much. very briefly. Tonight is also a special night for another reason. It also happens to be the International Day of Women Judges. Yes, so give a hand to all of you ladies judges out there tonight. One of the roles that I am proudest of is I am a National Association of Women Justices mentor judge to a very special group of refugees who are here in the United States today. Can you imagine if a group of armed men came into your workplace and told you you could never come back to work? Can you imagine if a group of armed men came to your daughter's school and said she can never come to school again? Well, this is the reality for 20 Afghan female refugee judges who have been resettled in the United States. They were at the pinnacle of their careers. They were deciding cases at the highest levels. They held master's degrees. They were educated until all of a sudden in August of 2021, their lives came crashing down. These women are here, and in fact, we have one in Houston who's just been resettled, and they're having to start their entire lives over because they believe in education. They believe that women should be empowered, and they're having to start over at the very bottom of society because that was what they believed, and they lived those lives in Afghanistan. So tonight, I would just like to encourage us all to remember those women who are suffering, who are dying to get an education. And if anyone would like to get involved in the efforts to help these Afghan women, I would be more than happy to talk with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Judge. On behalf of the whole council, we just found out since it's a Women's Judge Day, we'd like all of you all, on behalf of our council, please give them a round of applause. Okay, let's move to the next one. Now, she is one of those owners, like those entrepreneurs who have really tried following the footsteps of her father, the dream that her father had to build, and she's following that. Without any further delay, the owner of DDK Kebab and Grill, that's Anya Dada, guys.
Assalamualaikum, everyone. I am speechless right now. I have been practicing this speech throughout my ride here. Poor Murtaza, my husband, had to listen to this speech 10 times while I was Today we are celebrating International Women's Day, a day to celebrate the amazing women who have achieved and recognized the challenges we face. I'm honored to be here and to share my journey with you. 3 years ago, my dad suddenly passed away. I had a tough choice to make, stay where I was or move my family and I across the world to Houston and take over my dad's restaurant. I decided on the challenge and help my mom run the business. Being a woman can be tough, and I faced many obstacles along the way. But I never gave up. Today, I couldn't be proud to call myself a businesswoman.
Awesome.
Running my dad's restaurant and keeping his legacy alive. My journey has taught me that women are amazing and can achieve anything when we believe in ourselves. Sometimes we have to put our dreams on hold for our families, but it is important, and we have to remember that we can be both moms and business owners. We can be both daughters and leaders. My dad always referred to me as a son he never had. I'm blessed to continue his legacy. It's time for us to face our fears and go on after our dreams, no matter how big or small they are. So to all the strong, beautiful, and brave women out there, I want to encourage you to believe in yourself and take the first step towards making your dreams a reality. Together, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve anything we set our minds to. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mandy. It was awesome to have you. Okay, so that actually is. So that's it, guys. We're going to conclude our recognition segment. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to everyone who was recognized tonight. Now, we would like all our beautiful people, whoever is participating today, to please come forward. We're going to have a beautiful group picture, after which we will have a celebrity singer who is coming all the way from Pakistan. He is a sensation from Coke Studio, and he takes us back to our college days. I'm not talking about anybody, but I'm specifically that's the name of the management. So as soon as we're done with this performance, then we'll have the dinner served. I would like to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart that you guys have really, made this event so much valuable. Like it looks like a star-studded night tonight. Give a round of applause to everybody who's here. Thank you so much. All right, so we would like to have all our people who were, everybody. Mainly our dignitaries, please come forward so we can have a group picture, and then we can have our sensation come on the stage and perform for us for the very first time after a long time in Houston. So, Mr. Brian, Mr. and Mrs. Brian Milton, Mr. Brian Crawford, please step forward. Mama, Bobby, yes. Mr. Bill, Bonihani, come on, enjoy this. Okay. I would request all the office holders to please come forward. All the dignitaries, please come forward, and especially the people who were recognized tonight, please come forward so we can have a beautiful group picture tonight.
We're gonna have to like. Yeah, don't fall. तो मुझे करा करवाएंगे मत उस कैमरे को मैं पीछे ले लेता हूँ.
Okay. All right, let's set it up. Let's set it up, guys. Let's set it up. Hurry up. I would request all the council members to please come forward so we can quickly set this up.
Okay. Where am I going?
Honestly, this looks so much beautiful.
I'm gonna stand right next to you.
Make me look it. Please make me look. No, I need you to make it. Who's taking? Jamie, in the middle. You can do it. You can do it. There you go. There you go.
Video. All right, thank you guys. Hey, you guys can be seated so we can introduce guests. Now it's all entertainment, no more speeches now. Okay, after that, we can go and call it a night. Okay, beautiful people, thank you so much. Thank you once again. Now, I would request all of you all to please be seated. So without any further delay, we would like to call our celebrity, which is flying all the way from Pakistan to perform after a very long time in Houston.
Why is the battery here?
I would request everybody to please get seated so we can start and you can have our celebrity singer. All right. Okay, guys, bringing to you Ali Khan, the Coke Studio sensation. I'm back, guys. Okay, now, since everybody's settled now, I would like to, all of you, to please, give a round of applause to our sensation, the Coke Studio Pakistani celebrity sensation, our singer, Mr. Ali Khan. Please welcome him on stage. And I would also like to highlight that he was also nominated from the UN for the women, like an ambassador from Pakistan. So please give him a round of applause, guys.
Hi everyone. Hope you're all having a great evening, and I wanted to congratulate Cppa for putting up a good evening here. What a celebration! We're trying to empower women, and that's a great cause. And I've been working closely with people in Pakistan to do that, and one day hopefully we'll make it there. So thank you so much for keeping this alive every year. So the first thing I ask whenever I'm asked to perform just on piano is कि लोग सुनने वाले हैं, ज़ौक़ वाले हैं कि नहीं? I'm so glad that I could make it here because मुझे बताया गया था कि सुनने वाले लोग बैठे होंगे क्योंकि पियानो पे you cannot have the धुन रखा है. So I'll start off with the song which was my claim to fame. It's called Satya. I did it in 2006. And I started with that. तूने क्या कर दिया तेरी भोली मेरी रहम सदा बन गया हूँ मैं तेरा होना ना मुझसे जुदा साथिया 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 तेरा प्यार है जैसे कोई यारा प्यार की लोग वादियों में चल अब तो है यही दुआ यूं ही रखना खुदा साथिया 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 जो नहीं तेरा एहसास और तुझ सा नहीं मैंने ढूंढा है सारा जहां से जुड़ा साथिया 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 एक्चुअली खाते हुए लोगों को देख के गाना बहुत मुश्किल हो रहा है गाता उनकी So I will sing a song of one of my mentors, announcing Khan, जिन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद किया था उनका सॉन्ग है और भीगी भीगी रातों में I hope you all enjoy it. Jaishi barasaton Jaishi barasaton Okay, so since हम डांसिंग की गा ही रहे हैं, so let's just have another song of dancing. So तेरा चेहरा और आप सबने सुना होगा.
ये गाने को कर लेंगे, गा देंगे, ये कर लेंगे, ये कर
I think ये गाना आप सबको आता है, तो let's sing along. तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे हम, तुम्हें कितना चाहे और हम. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much. अच्छा, अब जो मैं गज़ल पेश करने वाला हूँ, ये एक्चुअली बहुत एक बड़े आर्टिस्ट की है. So I'm not sure कि मैं इसको सही गा पाऊँगा, but still I'll give it a try. रंजशी सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए आखिर से मुझे छोड़ के जाने लिए रंजिशी सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिशी सही किस किस को बताएंगे जुदाई का सबब हम किस किस को बताएंगे जुदाई का सबब हम तू मुझसे खफा है तो जनाने के लिए रंजिशी सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिशी सही फिर से मुझे छोड़ के जाने के लिए रंजिशी सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए रंजिशी सही Thank you so much. आप लोगों में से आई एम श्योर बहुत से लोगों ने सजाद अली को सुना होगा और बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं और उसके बहुत सीनियर हैं। उनका एक ट्रैक है जो मुझे बहुत पसंद है। आई थिंक आप लोगों को भी आता होगा। आई विश मुझे वो आता होता बट मुझे ऐसा लगा आता है कि फर्स्ट एल्बम का इट्स अ वेरी गुड सॉन्ग। आई एम श्योर जिनको आता होगा प्लीज सिंग अलोंग। ऐसा लगा कोई पास है जीवन की राहों में साथ है ऐसा लगा कोई पास है जीवन की राहों में साथ है देखा जो हाथ बढ़ा के सपनों के रेशमी धागे टूटे मिले रिश्ते छूटे मिले रातों को मैं न सोया सब कुछ तो मैंने खोया तेरे लिए मैंने तेरे लिए हाथों में लेके टूटा सपना कोई नहीं इसे कहूँ मैं अपना हाथों में लेके टूटा सपना कोई नहीं है अपना नहीं कोई अपना चलता रहा दिन ढल गया और मैं तन्हाई से डर गया जीने की आस लेके यादें उदास लेके तेरे लिए मैं यूं चलता रहा जो भी मिले सहारे सब जिंदगी ने हारे तेरे लिए मैंने तेरे लिए हाथों में लेके टूटा सपना कोई नहीं किसे कहूँ मैं अपना हाथों में लेके टूटा सपना कोई नहीं है अपना नहीं कोई अपना Thank you so much. Okay, so now I'll just end this with my song for Gold Studio, Jani Ratu. तेरी याद मुझे आने लगी जा मेरी जान अब जाने लगी ये मेरी सांस थम जाती अभी तू सामने कर आती नहीं जाने न तू 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 ये अनकही सी है दास्तां मैं तन्हा रह गया क्यों यहाँ ओ या तुझे खुद को खो दिया बरसों था चुप रो दिया पर जाने न तू जाने न तू पर जाने न तू जाने न तू जाने न तू जाने न तू Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that was the last song. It was great listening.
Satya, can you sing one more time? Satya. Please.
तूने क्या कर दिया तेरी भोली अदा मेरी रह ना सका बन गया मैं तेरा होना ना मुझसे जुदा साथिया 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 ओ साथिया 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 तेरा प्यार जैसे कोई दिया